Hi guys, this is Ola here, and today I'm coming to you with a video that I mentioned in one of my previous videos, and it's things that you shouldn't say to a disabled person. I know that a lot of able-bodied people check out videos like that because they want to learn how to behave around disabled people and they want to learn what annoys disabled people. So if you are one of these people, then thank you very much for willing to learn, because it really does help and it may reduce the number of awkward situations or conversations that disabled people have in their lives. So I've prepared 10 things that you shouldn't say to a disabled person, but there's one on its honorary place, which you've probably heard before if you watch other videos, because a lot of disabled people talk about it, because unfortunately a lot of disabled people just hear it a lot, and it's "you don't look disabled," of course. These are mostly people with chronic illnesses get this comment, but even though my disability is not invisible, I've still heard a few times that they don't look disabled, they just look weird, which I think you understand how it's just not okay to say to anyone, to be honest, not only to disabled people, but just to any human. But there's nothing such as the disabled look or anything like that. So if you're not a doctor and if you're not working on someone's case, then you can't really say if they're disabled or not sometimes, because they may have chronic illness or mental illness or just visible disability. And if you think that it's just nice saying something like that, then believe me, it's really not. Same with saying something like "you're too pretty to be disabled." It's not nice, it's just rude. So don't say that to anyone. But I think it's obvious that it's just wrong and very rude. So let's just go to the next one. Okay, so the first one on my list is someone saying, "but I want to help you." So let me give you a situation. Let's say that I'm gonna work on the shop situations in this video, because that's probably the easiest and everyone has some encounters when doing groceries. So let's say you're in a shop, you're just packing your groceries and the cashier asks if they can help you and you say that you're fine, and then they say, "but I want to help you." And I've had these conversations a few times in my life, maybe more than a few. I don't like it because they've already asked before if I needed any help and I said that I was fine, but then they say that they want to help you. So then I feel like I should let them help you to make them happy, because some people just enjoy helping others, but some just want to help others to make themselves feel better. So I really don't like when someone says that they want to help me even after I said that I don't need any help, because that makes me feel like I'm gonna help them by letting them help me. But if it's something that I can really do on my own, then I don't see really a reason why they would have to help me with anything, because I personally would ask for help anytime I need it. So I know that people don't know that, so that's why they ask me. So it's fine when they ask me the first time that if I need some help, and then I just say no thank you, and then they go away. But when they say, "but I really want to help you," then it's just not fine. I just don't like it. And by the way, if you're a disabled person, then comment below while watching the video or after watching the video to tell me which of these phrases you've heard in your life and which ones you don't like and which ones you don't mind. Or maybe there are any other ones that you'd like to add to the list. That would be great too. So the second phrase is "I'll do it for you." I think there are two types of situations when you could hear that, and one is completely fine, the other one is not fine. So when I'm, for example, standing in a shop and trying to reach something from the top shelf and someone can see that I really can't grab it because I'm just short, so it's completely fine when they come to me and they say, "oh yeah, I'll get it for you," and they just give me the thing that I wanted to get. But it's not okay when I don't look like I'm clearly struggling with something and then people just come to me and say that, "oh, I'll do it for you because it's gonna be easier for you," or "because you're disabled." That's the worst thing you could say, because I can really do most things, and if I struggle with something, then I will really ask someone for help. And I've noticed that whenever I wear short sleeves, so my arms are visible, people do it more often. When they notice my arms, they would just come to me and say that they will do something for me, even though I'm doing it right now and I'm doing it absolutely fine. But they still come to me because, again, they just want to help me, and I think it's a nice thing that they want to help me. But they wouldn't say that to anyone who's able, so why would they ask me if I am able to do that? The fact that I'm disabled doesn't mean that I am disabled to do everything in my life. So the third thing is, "are you sure you can do it?" Yes, I'm sure. And I don't doubt you, nor I doubt your abilities to do stuff. So why would you doubt my abilities to do anything? Again, if I can't do something, I'll ask you for help. But I don't need you to stand next to me and doubt my abilities and make me stressed at the same time. And the other type of person, which is my fourth point, is a person saying, "just try to do it." And this is in a situation when they can see that you're clearly struggling with it, but for some reason they decide to be the person to try to teach you that or to make you more independent, and they just tell you, just try to do it, just do your best. And if you can see that I'm clearly struggling with something and I've asked you for help, or I told you that I just can't do it, then don't tell me to try harder, because if you're not my parents or my closest friends, then you're not the right person to tell me what I should try, what I should do and what I shouldn't, because I know best what my abilities are. And the fifth point is something quite similar, and it's when someone says that you should work on something more. And again, if you're not a close person to me, then you're not in a place to tell me what I should do more and what I shouldn't do more, because you have to realize that it might just upset me a lot, because believe me, most disabled people work their asses off on everything they do and to be as able as they are at the moment. So you telling them that they should work even more on something is just really not helpful, and believe me, it's not gonna motivate them more, it's just gonna make them feel sad or angry at you for that. The sixth point is someone saying, I've heard that this could help you. Okay, so if you've heard somewhere that something can cure my disability or something may give me more abilities, but you're not my doctor, then don't tell me that, because believe me, I've checked everywhere if there are any other options for me, if there are any surgeries or any exercises that I could do to make me more able. So if you are not my doctor, who could actually have some, news from the medical world, then again, you're not in the right place to give me suggestions like that, because usually it's not something that people check before. They just think that it could help me, even though they have literally zero knowledge about my disability or about any medical stuff really. So they just think that they know best and they just want to share it with me. So if you want to share something like that with me, then don't share it with me. And maybe don't share it with any other disabled people unless they, ask you for your opinions, or unless you know that you're very close to them and you can actually help them. The seventh point is when someone says, can I see your scars? Or in my example, can I see your hands? Can I see your legs? Can I see your feet? Because you're just curious what they look like. And I mean, I don't really mind it, because I think I get used to that, and I'm fine when someone asks me if they could see my scars, because I'd rather show someone my scars and what my hands look like or what my feet look like than have them assume something or try to see what my hands or scars look like without asking me. So just, staring when I'm doing something. But this question is just rude, because a lot of people may not want to show you their scars or their body parts that are affected by their disability. And by the way, they also don't have to explain their disability to you if they don't want to, it's their own choice. But yeah, some people just have bad memories with their scars. I mean, surgeries are probably not the best parts of people's lives, so it's understandable when they don't want to talk about it or they just don't want to be reminded about it. So even if you're curious, just don't ask about it, because you may make someone sad, because they may not want to show you anything, or they may not want to tell you about their disability, but they also feel like they should because you're asking. So they may feel awkward about it, and we don't want to make anyone feel awkward, right? So the eighth point is when someone asks, what happened to you? And that's just so rude. I mean, what happened to you that you're asking such awful questions? Because that's just unacceptable to ask anyone, really. If a disabled person wants to tell you about their disability, then they will tell you. And unless you're their doctor, then you don't have to know. And even doctors wouldn't say what happened to you. They would ask, what's your disability? But believe me, a lot of disabled people unfortunately hear it on a daily basis, because people are just awful. So the next point is, you're such a motivation/inspiration. And I'm not a motivation nor inspiration because of my disability. And I just can't be motivation because something that I was born with. And yeah, okay, I had a lot of surgeries and exercises, but I just had to do them, and I had to have them because that was the only way to make me more able. So if you want to tell me that I'm your motivation or inspiration, then find something that's actually inspiring or motivating about me and that is not connected to my disability, because being born with something different doesn't instantly make me amazing. And I'll link below an amazing TED Talk by Stella Young when she talks about it in more detail if you'd like to hear more. But now we're gonna go to the last point, and it's when someone says, you're so strong, in a sense that you're so strong mentally. And the best part of it is that they usually say it when you're actually not strong and you're going through something difficult. So don't say that to anyone and don't assume that they're strong at the moment, because that may just break them or may make them feel worse than they already do. And again, a lot of disabled people may seem to be very strong or inspirational because of what they gone through and what they experienced, but believe me that most of them don't like hearing that from people, because they just want people to recognize other moments in their lives when they were strong that was not connected to their disability, or other things in their lives that may just make people inspired. But not everything is about their disability, and they just want people to recognize that. So that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope it was at least a little bit informative to you if you wanted to learn more about disabled people. So if you liked this video, leave thumbs up below, and if you'd like to see more videos like that, then subscribe and click the bell icon if you'd like to get notifications about my videos. And please comment below what you thought about this video and what other videos you'd like me to film. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you next time.